This is the 20th day of May 2013, and yesterday was officially the first day of summer. Now, am I looking forward to summer? Yes, but not in Tokyo because it gets quite humid here. In fact, it gets so humid that people like me would escape if they can. So ideally, I think in Japan, for me, having experiencing summer here is best in colder regions like Hokkaido, but not in Tokyo. I'm starting here by reading some poems. Excess. The ups and downs, too frequent frowns. What if I told you about my life? A man swimming in an ocean of excess imagination. Following that, past one. Past one, the day moves on. Warm sun agrees that winter, with its flaws, fulfills a need to precede spring. Rescued, pardon me, a past littered with perplexities, a history of profound anxieties, a biography worthy of the bestseller list, a life story ordinary. Thank God intervened. And continuing with Untapped, UNTAPPED, Untapped. Wish I could see inside of me sometimes, especially when rampant thoughts overflow the mind of a heart storing unexpressed love reserved since youth. And this was one of the first compositions I did at the beginning of this century. 21st century. Planet Earth on an earthly trip, going somewhere that doesn't exist. A transit period, preaching the word. Someone daring, praising the Lord. Believers, followers, risking their all to shout the word. Then God took over and spread his love. And these are followed by something short and factual. It's prose, but it was an actual dream, and aptly titled Dream Sequence. Tall figures. One is a familiar face, someone he had a quick glimpse of on the Travel Channel weeks earlier. The encounter he has with Maxwell occurs in the same area as the travelogue piece that he was watching. Hyde Park in central London, England. In the cable television program, Maxwell is seen in his usual role as a witty heckler at Speaker's Corner, an area in Hyde Park near Marble Arch, reserved for soapbox orators. In his dream, he is in the park, traveling with two cameras. Two men of color is walking towards him at a brisk pace. There is eye contact and words are exchanged. He fumbles with the cameras as he requests permission to photograph Maxwell and the other person accompanying him. They indicate that they are pressed for time and leaves him in a state of disappointment. Wide awake, he speculates that he will see Maxwell again soon. I'm closing out this with a couple of poems. The first one is Inside. Inside, a feeling of relief not yet expressed. In the outset, can't wait. Never too late. Time drags on. And finally, before the music closes out this particular session, laughter. Laughter on my left has a ring like a telephone, indicating a call from someone pleasant, persistent, urging. And some ad-libbing before a musical item choice. And I just really want to remind myself and others who are listening that this is actually today, the 20th day of May 2013, and officially it is the second day of summer. And at this time, the summer is, you can deal with it, but in a few weeks' time, it will be very humid.
8 poems by Edmund L. Bridgewater. Tangible. In motion, an element of truth. Tangible. An expanse of what is. Surpasses expectations. And this one is dedicated to alcoholics everywhere. Rehab. Traffic lights, no lanes, fast. Wait patiently for sobriety, then cross. Vittori Sawate relates to something I experienced at the Trinity Church opposite Wall Street in New York, East Broadway, being alone there on a winter morning, meditating. This is the church which has a compatriot buried there, Alexander Hamilton, and his wife and some other relatives. Vittori Sawate. On an altar, 2 candles, equidistant, unlit. In a pew, a man sits. Thank God for today. When I look back, look back on yesterday. Yesterday's events that are hard to divine in an understandable way. I thank God for today. This poem is dedicated to the ones who get involved in working around the club.